We are on a die roll winning streak. Going first again. This hand's fine. Two Thirst Knowledge is hard to mulligan. I even got a blue source this time. Shove the lands to the bottom. Hello and good luck. Yavimawa Coast. So, is he playing another ramp type? Chromatic Sphere. Huh. He could be playing, I think he's playing eggs. Sunrise, second Sunrise combo is where you play a bunch of chromatic spheres and stars, and you sacrifice them all and bring them back with Sunrise and try to recur that over and over and over again. And the way you get mana is you have Lotus Bloom in play, and you usually reshape to get Lotus Bloom, so it's good that he didn't have these. Yeah, well, actually, there's nothing good about that. But Sunrise combo is hard pressed to beat things like multiple counter spells, so I think I'm actually favored against them. Not game one, because I kept a sort of loose hand. It relies on drawing cards. But game 2 I can bring in Trinispheres and Tormod's Crypt. Elsewhere Flask. It's another. See, all his artifacts draw cards when they come into play, or can draw cards. Conjure, and they kill with it's actually very funny how they kill. Kill with Pyretic Spell Bomb. They just recur infinite Pyretic Spell Bombs, and that is 2 resist towers. And kill you that way. I think I'll discard resist tower, resist tower. Eventually I'll play a Crucible. Though, probably could have just discarded Warm Coil. Yeah, I probably should have Warm Coil Engine. Yeah, whatever. I'll get over it. I'm going to bounce Lotus Bloom during his upkeep. For a whole 1 mana. He can... No. This is actually a trap, because they can go off at instant speed. So, I should have delayed it or condescended it. Because he can just, if I try to bounce it, he'll just go off, making white mana and just going off at instant speed. Though, I guess that's fine, because he wouldn't be able to play Pyretic Spell Bomb. Can he go off this turn? Usually, turn 4 is very consistent for him to go off. Especially with 4 cogs in play, 4 card drawing artifacts. This is a reshape. So I'll try to delay the second Sunrise, because I think that's all I can do at this point. Use too much mana for me to condescend. Draw a card. If he has 2 Sunrises, I lose. Well, there's always a chance he misses. It's just usually when he has 5 artifacts in play that draw cards, it's just very low. He chose Forest. Oh, it doesn't matter. Noxious Revival, reshape on top. He could have done that in response to a trigger. That seemed very odd. And if he plays a second Sunrise, I'll condescend it. Like I said, this deck is very hard pressed to beat multiple counterspells. It doesn't look like he has it, yeah. So I just wrathed his board, and now he has it, yeah. That said, second Sunrise is extremely good against aggro. Like, it's very, very, very hard to lose against aggro. Man, I've got Steel Sabotages for this deck too. I guess I'm not losing against this deck. So we'll take out all the win conditions, because we only need Mindslavers. Mindslavers should do the trick. So we'll bring in Steel Sabotages. There. Definitely with the Tormod's Crypt, because they have to have 2 Sunrises before that it does anything. And the Sunrise actually brings back Tormod's Crypt, so it's kind of cute. Trinisphere's okay. I don't have Chromox in this deck anymore because it was banned. So you can't power it out on like turn 2 and force them to play 3 mana for all their artifacts. The only question is whether I want more Steel Sabotages. I think Steel Sabotage is probably going to be a little better than Think Twice. Because his entire deck is artifacts. This is one of the few decks that doesn't lose very much with Ponder and Preordain, because it's one of the few common decks that doesn't play Ponder and Preordain. They just manually draw almost every single card with their artifacts. So we've got 2 counter spells that we're going to keep. I kid you not, this is how the matchup goes. It's very odd I know this matchup, I know, but one of my friends who used to write for PRTGO, or wrote intermittently, Legerdemain, played Second Sunrise. He actually wrote a primer on the deck for Overextended. So if you want to, you can go check that out. It's very interesting. It was a white-blue version. I don't know. I assume he's playing green for just Noxious Revival. I'm trying to think if I care about resolving. I don't think I do. Very few cards I want to counter in this deck. Like, I can pay mana to draw cards. Like, I can just remand it or repeal something to draw a card, but I don't need to do that because he won't be able to do anything with if I'm just representing counter magic. Oh man, drew my last piece of Tron naturally. It's a treat. I'm actually less inclined to just Thirst for Knowledge end of turn because he'll just I'm sorry, I keep thinking that he has Brainstorm, which is why he can kill me at instant speed. He did a period, so he's angry. Why does he think I have delay in hand? I'm not sure why he's drawing the conclusion I have specifically delay in my hand. But, yeah. So he's trying to go off this turn. And he's ghost courting his own land to get an island to reshape to Sunrise. Which I will let him do because I have got the counterspell for it. I can't think of any free counterspells in this format. I guess Disrupting Soul, but Sunrise can't actually play Disrupting Soul. There's just no way. Edge of Autumn. It's neat. Every land he controls is forced to the turn? No, Island. So he could have waited. Like, I'm not pressuring him at all, so he could have just waited for me to do something before I counterspelled this. But if he has a Spell Pierce here, that's pretty good. See? It's a Remancer. I mean, that's what you get when you play fragile combo decks that destroy aggro and lose to control. But I'm not going to tell him that. He's very convinced that I'm just extremely terrible, or extremely but. I think he's... Oh, I didn't get to say GG because it just closed out. But, yeah, that's a cute little novel deck that I actually like a lot. It just can't beat counterspells in any sort of fashion. He should have tried to play around Remand more. Like, he thought I had delay, and then went off anyway when he knew delay would just kill him. That's not how you're supposed to play. Like, he had time to wait. If I would have tapped out for Thirst for Knowledge end of turn, which he could have given me the opportunity to, and I might have done hadn't I played the deck a while, he could have just gone off at instant speed and drawn an arbitrary amount of cards, enough to go off again the following turn, with me no way to counter it. But he did not do that, and then he called me a butt and hurt my feelings. So I will try to get some more games.